Welcome
Yes.
back.
We mixed it up. I got to do the countdown today. Ooh, setting the scene. Well, if that's the case, you should get to do the intro. Take us away, bitch.
Welcome back to Strange Town, Odd Fam. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Cassie. And also,
And
welcome back to Oddities.
I was gonna do that.
Oh, sorry. Take it away.
Gosh, you said to take it away and then you just took it from me.
I'm sorry. You mixed it up. You threw us through a loop.
Yeah,
Take
I
it.
did things different. Gosh.
You know what?
Welcome back to
Varieties.
Oddities.
There it is. Variety's the spice of life. So,
All
you know
of
what?
our social media is linked down in our description. Please follow us.
Please.
Blah, blah, blah.
The usual.
Buy our merch, follow our show, become a supporter, and follow our Patreon for as low as $1 a month or more if you're feeling generous.
Yes.
You get an extra bonus episode every Wednesday where it's just chaos and fun.
It is.
And unhinged
It is.
Cassie and Kelly on a daily, weekly basis.
And they're videos, so you get to witness
This
all of the
unhinged loveliness. And if
It's
you want a
this-
glimpse of this, then you should just check out our Instagram, where Cassie has mastered the most greatest little preview clips.
little delectable bite-sized teasers, if I do say so myself.
Yep.
They delish.
I look forward to those every week.
I look forward to posting them because I like your response every time.
They just make me so happy.
I do actually when I'm editing, and I know you do this too for the regular episodes. When I'm editing, I do sit here and smile and laugh, even though we've literally just done it.
Laugh so hard. And Michael, my husband, will literally just sit and stare at me half the time going, what the hell is going on?
Wouldn't you like to know, Michael?
And I'm like, you'll hear it later on.
You'll see. Yeah.
But anywho, I want to take a moment to thank all of our listeners and
Yes.
your support. We love you and we
Snaps.
appreciate snaps for all of you. So yeah, we love you guys.
We do, and buy our merch. That's all. Subliminal messaging. I'm just gonna say that throughout my topic
our
and
merch.
just see if we get any sales that way.
I love it. It's worth a shot.
Yes, it is. How's my bestie? Guys, we're fresh off recording a bonus episode. We did it like backwards a little bit today.
We're doing
but
everything backwards today. We're doing it.
You know
we're
what?
switching it all up today.
It's fun. You know, routine's cool and all, but sometimes you gotta do the bonus episodes first, you know?
Yeah. It's
You know.
sometimes you gotta mix it up, make it funky fresh.
That's right. So, yeah. What's the latest und greatest for you?
It's been a busy week.
Yes.
As usual. Chaos as usual. I mean, you've heard my rantings this week about... So, my kiddos are homeschooled, and the program is just chaos. So,
Yes.
just chaos. Anyways, but on that note, I'm just going to talk about this.
Okay. Ooh, a little ASMR treat. Ooh. Ooh.
That Patreon's is a prank I have, and by the time my husband listens to this episode, hi honey, I love you, you'll know what this prank is. This is a bag of 100 ducks.
Tiny little, not real ducks, just so everybody's clear.
Of 100 tiny resin ducklings.
They're very cute, by the way.
Yes, they're all different colors, and I've numbered them, and I've hidden them all over your office, dear darling of mine. I just
Happy
decided
searching.
Happy searching. I've decided that we just needed a little fun in our lives, and this was the fun I decided.
And ducks. So listen, remember though, if it quacks like a duck. Okay, so.
This one has normal eyes, just so you're aware.
She's hiding 100 little cults all over her office.
Yes, I am. Happy searching.
Have fun.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
One of them has 3 eyes, and if that doesn't scream oddities, I don't know what does.
That's so spookalabookala. I love it. A little flavor to it.
They're all numbered. I expect you to find all of them. Love you.
Love you. I think that's awesome, and I think it's great that you're having a little fun because life's been a lot lately. I too am doing something fun that I didn't get to talk about on the bonus episode. I've been saving for this.
Ooh.
By the time this comes out, we'll have done it. I have a friend coming to visit, and we are going to go to a rage room. I've always wanted to do this.
Hell yeah.
Found a place like 20 minutes from here. Gonna go smash a bunch of shit. It's gonna be a blast. Oh, and they have a Bluetooth like speaker situation, so we can make a little playlist for it while we're in there, which is great.
Love this.
Yeah.
My sister just did a rage room.
Oh.
She walked away with some bruises, so
I'm sure.
Be a little careful, but like enjoy it.
Oh yeah, smashing all the shit.
Really let it all out, in my opinion.
It's gonna be great. We both need it. Corey's coming along too. I think he could use it as well. I think we're gonna have a blast. So that's something that I'm looking forward to very much.
I can't wait to hear all about this. Holy shit!
I can't wait to tell you. I'm gonna try and get some pictures too, but
get some.
I'll
videos.
get before and after. Yeah, I'll just set up the phone and record the whole thing.
Yes. I can't wait to see you beat the shit out of something.
Dude, same. I'm so there were several options, right? And it was like different durations of time. I went for like the middle of the road because I've never done this before. I don't know what to expect. But we get like all kinds of ceramics and breakables and glass things and whatever else. But then they also have some larger items. So I think there might be TVs or like printers or like things like that. I'm not sure. So
okay.
Pumped. Looking forward to it. Gonna break some shit.
I love this so much.
Right? It's also an axe throwing place, but we're not gonna do that. So
I love this so much.
I'll tell you why I don't want to do the axe throwing. This is like a phobia that's been unlocked for me. Is because I've seen some videos online where they throw the axe and it bounces back. Yes, and that's very concerning to me.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So I'm gonna pass on that. But yeah. Anyway, that's what I've got to look forward to. And going to the farm stand today. There's a little farm stand. God,
I love that. I love that.
It's just like a fun little. I'm on my own today. Corey went to visit family and everything, and I'm staying with the dogs because if I were to go along too, it would be too long for them to be left on their own and stuff. So
left to their own devices, they will be in trouble.
There will be many accidents in the house otherwise, I think. So I'm gonna take a little road trip to a local farm stand, get some veg, some fruits, and I'm gonna do some painting. I got like a hot date with myself today. Oh, right. And the other thing that I mentioned on the bonus that I'm going to mention on this, kids, if you're looking for a good book to read, when I volunteered at the library this week, I checked one out, and it's called Ordinary Monsters. It's very long. It's literally like 700 pages. I'm about 100 in. It's very good so far. If you like fiction and there's I don't want to give too much away. There's it's set in like the late 1800s. There's got kind of this whole sort of, you know what? Honestly, it reminds me of a little bit, and I don't know if you'll have ever seen this movie. You know, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Okay.
It's giving that vibe, but with kids. I know, very interesting. So it's very good though so far. So anywhoozles, that's what I got for you. And you know what? We're getting snappy at this. We're only about 9 minutes in.
9.
9. 9. I got German about it for a second. 9 minutes in. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're 4 minutes shy of our usual. But you know what? That's okay. Just a fun little taste of what's going on. I think it's
because we've been recording so early.
Yeah, you know what though? I know it's probably pretty rough on you, but I gotta say, I've been loving it. It's been great.
It was funny because yesterday I saw my parents, and I was trying to get the kids to get out the dang door. Because I was like, Mama's got to get home. I've got to record early. It's like, I got to get up at 5:30. And my dad goes, God, Lord, no, why?
I know. Well, if you hate it, we don't have to keep doing this. But no. I know you say it gets hot in there.
And I was like, because I'm like, I got to record. And he's like, why? And I was like, because if I don't record that early, the office turns into literal flames. Flames!
Flames! My dogs are saying hi in the background. Sorry.
They're saying flames too.
Flames! Flames on the side of Donut's face. Yeah, so
agree.
bright and early for you. But...
And I was like, and it's fine because then I could just take a nap later, which I'm going to. I'm going to edit and then I'm going to take a nap.
I love that for you. That's going to be great. A nice little nippity nap. I hope you enjoy.
So, but no, this is fine for me because I like getting it out of the way. Not that it's like in the way. That sounded
I understand. No, I love it. And it's a nice way to start the day. It's fun.
Also, my kids are still asleep, so I'm not dealing with interruptions.
That's nice too.
Do you see what I like there? Except last week, the tiny one. This is concerning to me, okay? Because last week we were recording at 6 a.m. We finished roughly around 7:45 a.m. my time. And when you leave the office, there's like this, it's like a little cove. He jumped out and yelled peekaboo and scared the living crap out of me.
That's right.
And I screamed bloody murder because it was horrifying. How long was he waiting there for?
We just don't know.
That's concerning to me.
One of life's great mysteries. Very spookalabook.
First off, I opened the door and there was a pause.
Oh.
Dead silence when I opened that door. There was a good 5-second pause before he jumped out.
So he was waiting. You know, that's giving premeditated energy.
He's been doing this. Because this is not the first time he did it. Because 2 days prior to that, I was in our laundry room. He came in, asked me what I was doing. I said, I'm doing your laundry. Oh, thanks, Mommy. I said, get out of the laundry room, please. And when you come into our laundry room, we have cabinets along the wall. He left the laundry room. I'm getting laundry out of the dryer. I'm leaving the laundry room. As I'm walking towards those cabinets, he jumped out of those fucking cabinets.
Oh,
again.
When you didn't... Oh.
Again yells peekaboo. And heart attacks. Heart attacks for days.
He's playing a dangerous game. One of these days, you're going to end up, like, not because you want to, but you're going to end up, like,
I could have thrown the basket of clothes at him.
You could have thrown him. Like, damn. Like, it, you know, like, it could happen, and nobody would blame you.
He thinks it's hilarious. He goes, ha ha, I scared you. Look, kid.
You're like, listen, bitch. Scare me one more time, motherfucker.
For real.
I love it.
I brought you into this world. I'm going to show you what it's like to take you out.
Take your ass right out of it. Sayonara, sucka.
And here I am bringing us to 13 minutes.
Well done, you. Look, see? Okay, so we're back on track, and all is right in the world. What have ye today? Mine is... It doesn't really need a disclaimer. Like, I mean, there's some, like, darkness around it, but it's not, you know, it's like the usual level of spook.
So, it's funny because of what we just talked about in the bonus episode. It's a haunted hotel, restaurant situation.
Oh, restaurant. Oh, stunning.
But what's funnier is it's in California.
Motherfucker! It's all in California.
And I like, the second you started talking, we're like, we need more in the middle of California, middle of the U.S. And I was like, oh shit, Cassie's gonna roast me.
No, it's fine. We can just add this one to the list. You know what I just thought of is that place, I think, is it in Kansas? I can't remember where it is. Bobby Mackey's World of Music or something. It's supposed to be like a demon portal. Which, like, Sam. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
I don't love that when you said Kansas. I went, Kansas.
Just knee-jerk Kansas.
I don't know why my brain did that.
That's okay. Kansas. I might not even be in Kansas. I could be wrong. So what's yours? Tell me about the restaurant hotel.
Well, it's on the shorter side is what I was about to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, if you would like
and
to...
it sounds darling. I just want to throw that out there, and it's just got a little wee bit of a spookalabookala.
You know what? That's nice, though. Like, cozy with a touch of spook. Like,
I
that's
felt
cool.
like after my last week Doomsday, I needed just a little bit of a...
Just a little...
Just a little...
Little, yeah.
A little...
Lighten the...
Just...
We're wordsing.
We're
so
wordsing.
hard. So hard this morning. a little je ne sais quoi, a
Just like a
little.
little spook, not like too much, nothing too heavy this
It's
week
like a,
because
it's
I
like a
felt like last week
cupcake.
I was really heavy on the topic. So
So we've got like a cupcake with spooky sprinkles on top.
there you go.
Yeah? Is
Yeah.
that what we're going for? Okay, hit us. I'm excited.
Okay. So I am talking about a cute little steamboat.
Oh, oh, stunning. Ooh,
It's a
nautical.
sweet little spookalabookala boat hotel slot. It's
A
been
boat
turned into
tell.
a boatel, and it's a restaurant as well. And it's apparently a little bit haunted.
Just a
Legends say,
touch.
just a
Okay.
touch. It's a little steamboat known as the Delta King.
Cute. Okay.
It's pretty amazing. It's located in Sacramento, California. And
Okay.
in its glory days, starting in 1927, it was used as a commuter boat between San Francisco and Sacramento. It would go up the
Coolness.
San Joaquin River. You like what I did with my
San
hands there?
Joaquin. Yeah.
Yep, there you go, because I said it exactly the same way. Um,
Okay.
um,
Kansas.
we're wordsing today very well.
Killing it. All right.
It was used as a commuter boat until 1940. Then it was drafted into World War II.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Pivot. Pivot. All right. Great.
And then it was used as a floating barrack, a
Okay.
troop transport, and a floating hospital.
Oh. Oh, a floating hospital? Oh, there's definitely dead people aboard. Okay.
Yeah.
Toot
So,
toot.
right. So that's got some history there. Then in 1950, hold on, I lost my place. In 1950, the Delta King was towed to serve as a home to hundreds of men who were employees of being uh, something constructed as called the Alkin Alum plant,
Okay.
and at the Chemo Dam power project in the early 1950s.
Like you do. Sure.
On the northern coast of British Columbia.
Ooh, Canada.
The ship was used as a bunkhouse for single men, as the tow site was literally carved from the wilderness, as it was quoted.
From the wilderness. Same. Okay.
After changing hands several times and while owned by several different people, it was then towed near Rio Vista, California. The Delta King was listed on the national, at that point, then it was listed on the National Register of Historical Places.
Oh.
Yes. And that was in 1978.
Oh, it's okay. So it's been registered quite some time.
Yes. By then, engines and the paddle wheel had been scrapped and much of the interior was stripped.
Oh.
And in 1981, the ship sank for unknown reasons while laid up
Oh.
in
Oh.
Richmond, California.
It just like
It just
it
sank.
just. Oops. Okay. All right.
In Richmond, California, in the San Francisco Bay Area. When raised from the depths a year later, it was found the damage was minor. And this is what threw me. In this article I was reading, the boat kept being. I know boats are often referred to as she,
Right.
but it was throwing me because Delta King made me. Delta King and then she, it was bugging me.
Right. 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 We've got an identity crisis.
Yeah. It cost $9 million.
Oh.
A whopping $9 million and 5 years to restore this Delta King.
I like how they're like minor damage. Boom. $9 million
$9 million.
and 5 years later.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Delta King was returned back to Sacramento and was reopened on May 20th, 1989.
And it's been open ever since.
And it's been open ever since.
I would dine there with you.
Right? I would go.
We could have a little slumbo there too. That'd be
So,
fun.
with its colorful history, obviously there's ghosts.
Dead people for sure.
Obviously there's dead people. Obviously there's hauntings. Obviously, there's some sort of spirits. Obviously, there's
Paintings.
stuff.
Right.
Because,
Stuff.
like
Paranormal things.
some things, spookalabookala's, like, come on.
Yeah. What are
Hospital, a
some...
floating hospital. I
Yeah.
found nothing regarding World War II soldiers,
I
but
find
I'm
that
going
hard
to
to
believe
believe.
that there's something there.
Yes. Yes.
Apparently, there is a spirit of an old captain of the ship still wandering the
Oh.
decks in the wheelhouse.
Oh.
His apparition has been witnessed by members and staff, guests in the balcony during productions. His disembodied footsteps above the deck have been reported by many guests and employees.
We're walking. Okay.
We're walking.
We're shuffling about. We're checking out the ship like a captain do.
Yep. Of course, there's a ghost of a young girl.
Of Cuervo. Every time we got a little
Of
girl on our hands.
Cuervo.
But of Cuervo, what do we have? What is she? Who is she? Why?
A ghost of a young girl has been seen several times. She is reported to have, and this is the first time I've ever seen or read about a ghost having such description of hair.
Oh, hair.
And it happens several times actually, but dirty blonde hair, wears a long dress.
Of course she does.
I bet it's white.
Probably so.
Crew members tell of her giggling. And
Of course.
her footprints on the
her
deck
footpits.
left in the morning dew.
Ooh, oh, she's like a theatrical bitch.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not sure what her story is or how
but she's just chilling.
she's there and hanging out.
Well, if she's giggling, I mean, I guess she's having like a good time.
I
She's
guess
okay with it.
she's not upset with it. She doesn't seem mad to be there.
You know, I just have a real problem with children ghosts, though, and that's not nice of me to say, but like, I really can't have that when if I were to be in this
It's
location,
unsettling.
that's like probably the thing I would want least to experience is a child ghost because it is unsettling.
Yeah. Like, why are you here? Who hurt you?
Yeah, and also, do we need to giggle?
Yeah.
Like, do we? Like, I mean, I'm happy for it, but do we need to do that? Because, like, that makes it, like, spookalabookala.
This one I find interesting.
Ah, okay.
This last one is Dorothy Midlet?
Millet?
A Hollywood actress is believed to jumped overboard to her death in 1932.
Oh.
She was a common-law wife of MGM producer Paul Byrne.
Oh, shit.
After hearing of Paul Byrne's recent wedding to Jean Harlow,
Oh.
Millet, who was being cared for in a sanatorium, escaped.
Oh.
Paul Byrne was found dead in his home in Benedict Canyon on September 5th, 1932. Though all signs pointed to suicide, Millet was found dead a day later after jumping overboard from Delta King on September 6th.
Well, I do say it sounds a little suspicious.
I found her obituary.
Oh, good. I love an obit. Okay.
And it's interesting. So remember, this is the 30s, okay?
Yes.
Sacramento, September 15th. Today, the headline is River gives up body of burned wife. Third will thought to motivate for suicide.
Oh, okay. Spicy.
Today, what remained of once beautiful body of Dorothy Milito, red hair love rival of Jean Harlow, lay on the slab of the county morgue hero. What?
What is happening? What kind of obit is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was found yesterday. They're referring to her body as it.
It.
Was found yesterday in the Sacramento River Slough in Los Angeles. It was revealed today that the dead film executive's will loft his entire estate to Jean Harlow, Byrne's bride of 3 months. It was believed that Miss Mileto, his common-law wife, discovered to change in Byrne's will, leaving her nothing, and thus followed by Byrne's suicide, eliminating all hope of support from him, drove her to seek death also.
Oh.
San Francisco, September 15th. The body of Dorothea Mileto, missing ghost wife, in the life of Paul Byrne, film executive, suicide, was found yesterday in Slough of off the Sacramento River. The discovery was made by 2 Japanese fishermen near the spot where the mystery woman was believed to have leaped overboard from the river steamer Delta King less than 24 hours after Byrne killed himself in Hollywood. Identification was made through clothing on the body, which was very similar to the clothing the petite redhead left in her bag in the steamer stateroom. Thus was ended a week search that began when a probe into the past life of Paul Byrne, a film leader and husband of Jean Harlow, to discover the motive of his suicide revealed the existence of a woman in his past life. The body was found in Georgiana Slough, an offshoot Sacramento River, about 2 miles south of Walnut Grove, floating on the surface, half hidden by willows. It was discovered by 2 Japanese fishermen tending to their lines. Most of the hair was gone, but 2 reddish strands were still clinging to the shoulder.
Okay.
It's just weird.
It is weird. I mean, I gotta say, the whole thing sounds like some weird circumstances there.
Right? And, so I guess she was a hidden wife of his?
It sounds all pretty...
Or, the other woman?
It sounds like, to me... I mean, this is all painted pretty salaciously. It sounds like, to me, they had a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe
and she
he
was
broke
the
it off.
common law
She was
wife?
the common law wife, so, they never went through the actual marriage ceremony.
Yeah.
And then he goes and marries this other woman, officially. I think maybe this lady was perhaps... I mean, I hate to paint her this way, but maybe she was jealous of that. Maybe that rubbed her the wrong way. What the hell, dude?
And they keep referring to her as ghost wife and phantom wife.
I know, very strange. Very strange,
right?
All of this. Yeah, and then they're and then why was she in an asylum?
Why was she in a sanatorium?
Maybe we should just do this. Maybe just cover that as a whole topic.
This is probably going to be a part 2, listeners.
Methinks it should be, because that's interesting. All of that's a little sketch-a-letch.
Right?
Yeah, big time.
So, and that was the Delta King that I found very interesting. I didn't know about this little steamer. What I thought was cool was that a steamboat was drafted into World War II.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. That's kind of, that's cool.
Because, pivot.
A pivot, exactly but also, I would definitely like to check out their menu.
Yeah, me too.
Sounds like a good time. Yeah.
Because we can go hang out at the Winchester and, go to Alcatraz and then drive up to Sacramento. And
have dinner on the steamboat.
And stay at the steamboat.
And stay at the steamboat. Can we stay in her room? I want to stay in her room.
Probably.
Sold. Let's do it. That was great. Good topic. Fun. Funky.
Thank
fresh. You. Rave reviews. Well done. Mine is totally different direction as per usual. This one goes out to This one goes out to Cousin Caitlin. Thanks, Cousin Caitlin.
Hi, Cousin Caitlin.
So I'm talking about, I'm going to fuck this up, the pronunciation left and right in this. Everybody just deal with it. Everybody shut up. I'm talking about the cursed grave of Seth Moore. We're going to Scotland.
Hit me with it.
So there's fucking crazy words in this. So anyway, the cursed grave of Seth Moore is topped with what are supposedly 5 cursed homing stones. And it's said that only the brave, or maybe just the foolish, dare to approach the grave of this clan chief, Seth Moore Scorchaichlach, also known as the Great Shaw.
Yeah,
was that convincing?
Yes.
I think, we tried. So anyway, his grave lies in the kirkyard of St. Tuchaldis, which was once the traditional burial place for the Shaw family, who held the seat at Rothamurchis in the Scottish Highlands before it was passed on to the Grant family. So, he has a gravestone there. Written on it is this tribute to a man who was, quote, victor in the combat at Perth in 1396. So we're talking ye old here. Ye old, saith Moore. He is the only man to have survived the Battle of the Clans, supposedly. Seth himself would not actually pass away until 1405. So, this is deep within the ancient woodland on the Rothamurchis estate in the Scottish Highlands. It is a 14th century grave, obviously linked, and with many ghostly sightings, and also elf-like spirits also a spirit known as the guardian spirit of the grave. So there's like a lot of supernatural.
Ooh.
We've got curses, we've got ghosties, we've got elf things. Anyway, nowadays, the grave is encased in an iron cage for people's own protection. We're going to get to this shit. Yes, I know.
Okay.
But legend does speak of men who have fallen foul of the grave's curse after touching those homing stones on top. And some did not live to tell the tale. So, let's do this. So let's talk about the cursed stones of the dune. So, nestled on top of I mean the grave, of Seth Moore, is, like I said, 5 cursed homing stones. They're said to represent those who survived the Battle of the Clans in 1396, even though they said that Seth is the only one to have survived, but whatever. It's said that people who tamper with the stones, like I said, suffer a serious illness or even death. And then the iron cage that was placed over the top was in 1983, and it's still there today. So the stone covering has 6 rectangles etched into the top. The homing stones are placed in a typical pattern of 5, and if you tamper with any of the stones on top of the grave, you're gonna get fucked, basically. It's said that only the center stone, though, is the one that will truly kill you. The other ones will just, like, I guess, make you sick or, like, whatever. I don't know what's so special about the middle stone, honestly. But let's talk about the guardian spirit of the Shaws, or the Borach an Dúin, which I'm sure I fucked that up. That's Scottish for, I'm going to assume, guardian spirit of the Shaws. I have no idea.
I think you're doing excellent. Keep going.
Thank you. Am I passing for a Scottish woman?
Yes.
Anyway, should I try to do this whole thing in a Scottish accent? Let me try it. Guarding the grave. Actually, that might be more Irish. I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody. Is the guardian spirit of the Shaws, an elf-like spirit with a raging temper known as the Borach an Dúin or Dún. I'm done. I can't do it the whole time. It wasn't terrible, but it gave like Pirates of the Caribbean a little bit.
It was given Irish.
Was it?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I tried. Anyway, the spirit, also known as the Old Man of the Dúin, I don't even know if I'm saying that right either, but it was once said to guard the estate while it was held by the Shaws. When ownership of the estate fell into the hands of the Grants, the Bordach began to guard Seth's grave instead. So if you touch the cursed stone of the dune, chances are you probably won't be lucky enough to tell the tale, referring to the center stone. Despite the well-known folklore that surrounds the grave, there are still people who are willing to push their luck and see if the stories come true. It's me. I would be one of those people.
I would too.
Okay. All right, great. So research points to 5 main victims associated with these cursed stones. There's a footman or passing walker who threw a stone into the River Spey. He then died 4 days later after touching. He took one of the stones and tossed it, and then he died. It was like, no, don't do that. Which, P.S., they're kind of rude. Like, why? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Why are you going to toss it? If you touching it's one thing, and then you're going to pick up the thing and throw it into the river? What the fuck? Then, not saying he deserved to die, but also play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Right. A journalist in the 1940s lifted a stone above his head, and then he was killed in a car crash hours later. There is a Mr. Leslie Walker who was struck down with a mystery illness shortly after touching the stones back in 1978. A friend of Mr. Walker's was found dead in the graveyard 24 hours after rearranging the stones. And then a second friend is struck down with a mystery illness, joining Mr. Walker in the hospital. That's like, I mean, I gotta be honest, that's all a little suspicious. But at the same time, with these illnesses and whatnot, it's like, well, like if one got sick, then the other would have gotten sick. You know what I mean? But like also then the other one just like dropped dead in the graveyard a day later. Like, you know. Anywho, let's talk about the footman. So during the early 1800s, when body snatching was like a thing, and it was like taking hold in Scotland or whatever, a footman was said to be in the employment of the Duke of Bedford and wanted to prove to everyone that the legend was purely fictitious. Like, he's like, this is bullshit. So he walks bravely up to the grave. He clasps his arms around one of the stones, because they're actually like big. They're not like tiny pebbles. They're like, you know. And then he throws it into the river. Reports say that the stone was missing for 3 days, and all was well. But then on the 4th day, the stone was found returned to its rightful place, and the footman was found drowned in the nearby river. Oops. Now, here's the thing. It's like, okay, well, did he have like a change of conscience and
Yeah.
he just like went and like was like, I'm gonna go get the stone and bring it back, and then like something happened and
And
he,
then something happened and it was just an unfortunate drowning.
right? Like, I mean, shit happens. Unfortunate shit all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then there's the journalist who tried to like basically mock the legend. So tales of folklore from another century, of course, have a habit of not really being believed. In the what they're calling the interwar years, a journalist had this strong ideas of discrediting the story of these cursed stones, decides to visit the site. During his visit, he takes hold of one of the stones, like I said, holds it high above his head, reportedly in like a mocking fashion to show everyone how little he believes stories. I'm picturing like a, like whatever.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, for people listening, that probably sounded so bizarre, but I was putting my arms up. Anyway, picture it how you will. Anyway, it was on his way back home as he was traveling south in his car that he perhaps began to believe the tales he'd heard, as he was to die in a car crash on his journey south. Again, unfortunate things happen,
Yeah.
but kind of weird. I mean, I will say that. It's weird. And now, coming forward a little bit, in 1978, like I said, the Stones cast individual curses on three men who were renovating the churchyard at the dunes. So Leslie Walker and his two friends, they were carrying out work in the churchyard when Leslie, Mr. Walker, turns to one of the stones and he starts passing it around to some friends. And then in an interview in the Aberdeen Evening Press, he recalled how he was taken ill later that night with a temperature of 103 degrees. This quick touch of only one stone landed him in the hospital for a period of 6 weeks, together with a weight loss of 3 stones or 19 kilograms. Couldn't tell you what that is in pounds because I didn't look it up.
Stones are like. I
Isn't it
used to
like
know this.
Isn't it like a few pounds per kilogram? Like 19 kilograms, 2 pounds. Let's see. Oh, he lost almost 42 pounds in the hospital in 6 weeks. Holy shit.
Yeah, 14 pounds is 1 stone.
Okay. That's bananas. So lots. Anyway. One of the men he was working with, however, was not as lucky. He, too, had touched the stones, but instead of just turning them a little, he completely rearranged them. Which kind of dick move. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Less than 24 hours later, he's found dead in the graveyard, having suffered a cerebral hemorrhage.
Whoa.
Boom. Dead. I know. And then the final curse is the third man, of course, who was also hospitalized with severe stomach pains, as well as a fever, and was called... he was called to identify the guy who had died. Now it's assumed that this third guy also just like touched the stones or whatever.
Yeah.
It was just the second guy who totally rearranged them. So, is it really cursed? In 1977, it was reported that 2 of the stones from the top of the grave had disappeared. After being missing for a few days, they were recovered and replaced. The last known foolish attempt to tamper with the cursed stones was in August of 1982 when all 5 stones were reported missing for 2 weeks. They were thrown off the road bridge into the nearby river, only to reappear just as mysteriously as they had gone. And the Aberdeen Evening News stated that although the police had a good idea of who carried out the first theft, and who incidentally has remained in the best of health, they could only guess as to who the culprits of the last high-spirited prank could be. And then they put the cage on top. So, let me talk about the cage a little bit. Although the Aberdeen Evening News reported that the police didn't know who'd thrown all 5 stones into the river, but that they had an idea, there's a memory of one local that could shed some possible light on the story. After all 5 stones had been thrown into the river in 1982, they were retrieved by a John S. and the gamekeeper on the Rothenmarkis estate, whose name was Jimmy Gordon. And the stones, once identified, were returned to the grave, and it seems like some say by a member of, like a distant member of the Shaw clan, I guess. But anyway, no mention of anyone falling foul of the curse has to do with that. But it was at this time that the now famous cage made by the gamekeeper, Jimmy, was placed over the grave to protect not only the stones and the grave itself, but also to guard against future thefts. Which, like, frankly, I get it. This is a piece of history. It's also really fucking disrespectful. Like, why would you... This is somebody's grave. The stones are there for a reason. Like, whether you believe in the curse or not, whatever, don't move them. Just leave that shit there. It's part of it. Of course, this is me after I've said, yes, I would go ahead and touch the stones, but I wouldn't pick one up and take it away. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know? So, this cage over the top is known as a mort safe. It's often mistakenly linked with the mort safes erected in Scotland's churchyards during the 19th century to guard against body snatchers. But this one is, it's not the case. This was in the 80s. It was because of this. There is rumor that there's a genuine mort safe embedded in the grass, lying within the walls of this kind of ruined churchyard itself. Some say that maybe it was because of body snatchers. I don't know. Maybe it was just a mere precaution. I don't know. But the ghost, it said that where this grave is and everything, it's surrounded by ancient woodland. So, of course, there's bound to be stories of ghosts, right? So, Seth's spirit is seen by many who visit the area, and it is said to appear to hikers. I'm sorry. Do you hear the dogs?
Yeah, but it's fine.
Okay, guys, you're just getting some background noise. It's seen by many who visit the area and is said to appear to hikers who perhaps stray a little too deep into the forest. And if you show fear to the challenge that is supposedly given by Seth and run away from the apparition, then you are never heard of again. If, however, you accept his challenge, it's said that he just disappears and leaves you alone. I don't know what the challenge is. I couldn't really find it, but anyway. Some say that deep within them they experience this sense of like foreboding and this thing that tells them to stay away from the site. I don't know. I think as with like a lot of things that I've covered on the podcast, and I think I talked about this a little bit on the bonus episode that we just recorded too. Like, the mind's a powerful thing. The hype around this location. So you're gonna, like, when you're going up to it, or if you're gonna go visit it, you're inherently gonna be a little like, ooh. Like, it doesn't matter how brave you are or how skeptical you are or whatever else. Like, I would argue you're gonna feel like a little spooked, right? That's just my take.
Yeah, and see, I agree with that statement heavily. Like, the mind is a very, very powerful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is the cage overkill?
I mean, like I said, I think I get it from the standpoint of stop taking these fucking rocks that's on this guy's gravestone.
Yeah.
Do I believe that it was erected to keep people safe because of the curses? No. I think what we have there is a very odd series of weird circumstances, in my opinion.
Series of unfortunate events.
Indeed.
Quite frankly. Like, I don't mean to quote it, but, like, let's be honest here.
Yeah. Like, I don't know that I personally believe that the cage is there to truly, like, keep people safe from the curse.
I think the local authorities are just done.
Yeah, I think they're like, enough, guys. Like, leave the fucking rocks. This guy was, like, a historical figure. Fuck off.
Stop taking
the fucking rocks.
Stop screwing. And also, though, like, there comes a thing with, like, don't screw with dead people.
Yes, out of just, like, respect,
so, like,
too.
maybe you are getting what you deserve.
I mean, yeah, like we said, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Leave the fucking rocks alone.
Yeah.
You know what I can't get behind? Sorry, go ahead.
No, like, maybe the cage is, like, honestly worth it for that reason. Like, I do... Look, I visited a lot of dead relatives when I was a kid.
Okay.
I still visit dead relatives. However, I remember being taught there's an etiquette when you're at a cemetery.
Yes, exactly.
You don't walk on bodies. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You don't walk on the tombstones, because, like, California...
Some of them are in the ground,
They're flat,
Yeah.
Like, there's an etiquette, and they're, like, you don't disrespect when in a cemetery. So I would say taking these rocks is disrespect.
Yes.
So again, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So I would say, again, the local authorities putting the cage around these rocks, probably public safety. Too.
Probably. Like, guys,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, just...
Yeah.
I just... Like, I don't know... Listen, big fan of cemeteries, big fan of graveyards. I actually quite enjoy visiting them.
Yeah.
Things
Agree.
like that. Don't deface people's shit.
Don't
like,
be
what
dumb.
are we doing? Like, why are we doing that? So, anyway, do I believe that the stones are actually cursed? I don't really believe in curses, so no, personally.
Yeah.
I will say it is a series of very odd things that have happened, and strange that these deaths have occurred. But I can't help but think to myself, okay, you had like the one that was quite old that had happened, and then there was like a huge period of time, and it was like, okay, boom, the '70s, then shit happened again. Nothing happened in all that time. Nobody touched the rocks. Nobody did like,
Yeah.
you know. So to me, it's like, okay, no, I don't think so. I think it's just hype built up around the
I
thing.
think if there was a curse on these rocks, there would be more incidences.
Probably. And who's to say that like the whole curse thing wasn't fabricated when he was buried? Like a lot of horror stories or like folklore or things occur to be like to teach a lesson, which is don't disrespect,
The
don't
dead.
deface, don't just like,
Yeah.
honor the dead. Leave them the fuck alone. They're dead.
They want rest.
Enough. Yeah, let them.
They're tired of your
Like,
crap.
just let them fucking rest. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't believe in it. Do I think it's a really cool story? Yes, love
Yeah,
it. Love it to high
100%.
heaven. Feel
Hello,
bad
it
because
made it
people
onto
died.
Oddities. Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah, like it happens. I will say the three dudes who were working like construction or renovation or whatever in the churchyard, like, boom, the guy's in the hospital for 6 weeks. The other guy the next day has a hemorrhage. The other guy like gets these crazy stomach pains. I mean, it's pretty wild,
Yeah.
but it's also not out of the realm of possible when you think about it. Like,
Yeah.
people get sick, things happen, hemorrhages happen very unfortunately and very unexpectedly. Like, it happens. So anyway, that's the C.F. Moore's grave, the cursed stones around it, what have ye. Thank you, cousin Kaylin. It was a lot of fun to
It
research.
was wonderful, cousin Caitlin. Thank you.
I would visit it. Would you touch the rocks? I mean, like, if you
I
were
want
able
to touch
to,
them. I'll be honest with you. I want to touch them.
I would touch it. I would
But at
not
the
pick
same
it up
time,
and like move it.
At the same time, like, I wouldn't move them, and at the same time, I don't want to disrespect anything. So,
No, I think it'd be a case of where I would probably be like poke and like that's it. I wouldn't like rub my hands all over the shit and like whoa,
Yeah.
like whatever, whatever. If it's like kissing the Blarney Stone, people kiss the stone. Like it's like although I don't know that I would do that anymore.
I don't know that I would do that. There's a lot of friggin' germs.
I might do the thing where I hang upside down and I like kiss my fingers and then
And
touch
kiss
it
the
and then
stuff,
like
yeah.
wash my hands. But like anyway, that's the
That's
curse.
the
Let us know
extent.
what you think. Yeah, let us know what you think, or if you think it's just a whole lot of hogwash, a lot of weird circumstance, strange bullshit.
Yep.
Let us know if you would dine on the haunted steamboat. 'Cause I
Yeah.
sure as fuck would. And until next time.
Stay strange.